Hello, my name is Yuwan.
Go on, my name's Tyne, bruv. What are you saying?
This is a 2012 Ferrari F12 Berlinetta.
This is my set Arosa, piece of shit.
These will set you around £250,000 brand new.
This shit cost me £1,000.
Today we're going to be doing a comparison between this work of art
and this piece of shit. And you better subscribe or I'll f***ing shank you.
So this paint is blue, as you can tell, and if you put your light to it then you can see that it's blue. Very nice.
It looks pretty yellow to me.
So there's no crazy canards or wings or splitters on this car, as everything, all the aero is located underneath the car and into it. Everything's kept located, like the air gets tunneled from here into there, pulls out from here and then goes back up, so it reduces drag and increases downforce, which is very nice. A little diffuser thing here which adjusts depending on the speed and velocity and measurement of speed. So yeah, very good aero here.
This bad boy here, this is true eBay carbon fibre active aero. As you can see, it moves when I put my foot down, it goes backwards and oh shit.
These are 20-inch diamond cut wheels. As you can see, here's the gunmetal and here's the silver. It looks very good. It has the prancing horse over here because Ferrari, and yeah, very nice.
At least they're not fucking hubcaps.
Here we have huge carbon ceramic brakes from Brembo. As you can see here, it says Brembo. I'm not making this up. Let's see if it's bigger than my hand, and it's bigger than my hand, meaning it would stop very quickly. Brakes like these get really hot, so at the front, if you look over here, these are brake ducts which open when you're braking to cool the brake, and they close up again for aerodynamics, which is very good thinking, Ferrari.
So these here are the brakes, they're there at least.
Stepping inside the car, you'll notice this tan leather interior paired with the blue stitching, which complements the paint of the car. It has these slightly Daytona style seats, which aren't Daytona style. There's lots of carbon fibre all around here. There's nice buttons like launch control, automatic, which is probably some sporty thing. The roof here is Alcantara or suede. Probably Alcantara, and there's a display here for the passenger to see how fast you're going, just in case they can't see from here.
So you see the sign here, this means airbag. This means if you crash, slight chance you won't f***ing die. Stereo, it's aftermarket.
Yo, I don't really fuck with.
So this thing here is a gear knob. You can't see the gears, it's got 5 gears and a reverse, because yeah, you can't see it because some netty scratched it off. This, the Ferrari doesn't have, and it moves. The Ferrari has little paddle things that kind of shits in my opinion.
So the steering wheel is wrapped in this tight leather, which almost gives it a rubbery feel, but it's actually leather, which is kind of cool. It has carbon fibre all the way here on the trim and on the top, and it has these lights here to indicate when you're revving and stuff, which is really good. There are no stalks and stuff behind the wheel because everything's located on the wheel, which is very nice. And the reason why there's no stalks behind is because the flappy paddles. This one goes up and this one goes down. You need the down one because you can't always go up. And here are the buttons. We have wet mode, we have sport mode, we have race mode, we have CT off, which is traction control, and ECS off, which you need to hold, which is electronic stability control. Here are the indicators. There's right and there's left. Here the horn. This is the full beam flashy thingy. Here's the wiper, and here is the suspension decoupling thing, and this is the engine start button, which we will get into shortly.
There's a horn, by the way.
So Ferrari combined analog gauges with digital gauges. As you can see here, there's a screen there and a screen down, analog gauge in the middle. These were introduced and refined on cars like the 458 and F12, like this one. It's the iconic yellow there, which is used in many of the older models like the F430. Of course, the prancing horse is there. The rev tachometer thing goes all the way to 10,000. The gear numbers on the bottom right, which is very nice. And these screens can be used for many different things, like gauges, temperature, time, sat nav. People mainly use it for speedometer and gauges like oil pressure and stuff. So this is a very versatile speedometer that Ferrari have used.
This is the speedometer housing. I've painted it pink because, you know, sick. This thing here is a revometer, is that it? I think so, yeah. I don't really know about cars, to be honest. That's a red line thing, yeah. My car does that a lot when I do wheel spin. Yeah, that's a speedometer. That goes to 140. My car barely reaches 80, so and that's going downhill.
So this is the Ferrari fog light, which is inspired by Formula 1 cars, as it's got the 12 dots. This is the reversing camera, which is really nicely integrated into the fog light thing. So in the boot, you can open this bit here and you will find a toolbox and stuff like that, which is really cool and very handy. It's all Ferrari branded, which is very nice. So these are the climate controls with the exact number written on here. It's not just blue and red and just a gradient from between. It's the actual numbers, which is really cool. This is an armrest which is movable, as you can see here, for how you want to lean, and it can also be opened. I don't want to break it, but it can be opened. And this is very Ferrari of them to add. This is a pit limiter for when you take your Ferrari out on track days and stuff. You can adjust the pit limiter, press OK, and it can also be used as a cruise control button, so it's a very race car.
So these are the lights. They show reverse indication, and this white thing here I think is a reverse light. I don't have that. I've got one red and one white. Hashtag all clear lights. Sick. I've also got a gym on the back of my car, which is kind of noncy but also pretty cool. I've also got a rear wiper, which most chavs don't have. This is a Seat badge. It also acts as a boot latch, it's pretty cool. A pass plate, because new driver, and Mackey's trays for the rear wheel drive skids.
So to open the boot you can do this, and then here's a button on the door which you press, and then that opens. As you can see, the boot is rather spacious, because you can find this Honda key over here and you can put it in there, and it fits very nicely. Okay, who drives a Honda in 2020?
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Okay, so if you open the bonnet of this car, and you can open it, as you can see there's no struts to hold it up because you've got hydraulics there. We're greeted with the red rocker covers from Ferrari and a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V12 engine producing 730 brake horsepower. It will reach a top speed of 211 miles per hour from its 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. This was Ferrari's most powerful car at the time in 2012, if you exclude the Ferrari LaFerrari because that's a hybrid. But yeah, this is quite a serious bit of kit, you know?
Yeah, used to produce 59 brake horsepower. Now I'm guessing probably about 12. And yeah, it's an engine, bit dusty. Like, don't put that in, don't put that in.
6.3 litre V12, how does that sound? So to conclude this episode of £1,000 car versus £250,000 car, although the Ferrari is incredible, fast, powerful and really beautiful, I personally would not spend £250,000 of my great British pounds on a car like this. What I will do is spend £1,000 on this piece of shit.
Phenomenal boss with too much chat like Jonathan Ross and gifted a gab that never can stop. Lacoste, Lacoste, Lacoste. That's the top that I rock when I'm feeling a boss. Lacoste, Lacoste, Lacoste. That's the top that I cop when I'm feeling to shop. Lacoste, Lacoste, Lacoste. I do not ball, I do not floss. I'm not a fool, I know the cost, but I love how I feel when I'm sporting Lacoste.